clitoris or G-spot leg simulation in women. However, many people find it painful as well, sometimes extremely so, which may be psychomatic in some cases. As with most forms of sexual intercourse, individuals are at risk of contracting sexual transmitted diseases, and therefore safe sex practices are advised. Anal sex is considered a high risk sexual practice. Alright? So this nigga gonna say, yes, you could do it. Do it in the butt. Ow, sexy. Alright? But then at the end of his madness rant, he tried to say, oh, you can catch hepatitis. Why? Because anal sex is considered high risk sexual practice, and unprotected anal sex is the riskiest of all forms of sexual intercourse. This nigga is a degenerate base piece of shit, man. It just right here it says anal sex is considered a high risk sexual practice, and unprotected anal sex is the riskiest of all forms of sexual intercourse due to the vulnerability of the rectum and sphincter tissue. A vulnerability of the rectum and sphincter tissue. In general, it generally requires a genius application of a personal lubrication to prevent tearing, since the anus does not have sufficient natural lubrication. Alright, which this is madness. Okay, this is straight up madness. And then it go health risk. Go straight to the health risk. Alright, anal sex can expose participants to two principal dangers: infections due to high number of infectious microorganisms not found elsewhere on the body, and physical damage to the anus and the rectum due to their flagellity. Increased experimentation with anal sex by young persons without sound knowledge about risks, what safety measures do and do not work, may be linked to an increase of sexual transmitted infections. Judy Karinsky, a Columbia University professor and author, stated, "It really is shocking how many myths young people have about anal sex. They don't think you can get a disease from it because you're not having vaginal intercourse." Alright? So people, out of their ignorance, will practice this thinking that, okay, I'm not going to get a disease, when it's proven that this is the most highly risk way of getting destroyed, both people. Infections. Unprotected anal sex, of course, is known as barebacking, carries an elevated risk of passing on sexual transmitted diseases because of anal sphincter is delicate, easily torn tissue. A tear can provide an entry for pathogens. The high connection of white blood cells around the rectum, together with the risk of tearing and the rectum function to absorb fluid, places those who engage in unprotected anal sex at high risk of sexual transmitted infections. Use of condoms, apply lubrication to reduce the risk of tearing, and other safe sex practices reduce the risk. However, a condom can break or come off during anal sex, so both sex partners must remain watchful during sex, and there is still some risk if one or both partners carry a sexual transmitted infection. Shit is pure death, man. It says unprotected re damn recomptive anal sex is considered the sex acts most likely to result in HIV transmission. Other infections can be transmitted by unprotected anal sex are human or HPV, which can increase risk of anal cancer and thyroid fever. E. coli infection, gonorrhea, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, herpes simplex, HHV8, basically it's death, man. Okay, syphilis, you can do more research on it, but it's just death, basically. This simple ass nigga is just, oh man. Anal cancer is relatively rare, according to about 1% of gastrointestinal malgenes, but as many as 4,000 new cases can be diagnosed within a year in the United States, according to American Cancer Society. Most cases of anal cancer are related to infections with the human or HPV. Anal sex alone does not cause anal cancer. The risk of anal cancer through anal sex is appertain to HPV infection, which is often contracted through unprotected anal sex. This is madness. The indication of the disease has jumped 160% in men and 78% in women in the last 30 years, according to a 2004 American study. The increase in attributes to changing trends and sexual behavior, such as a history of multiple sexual partners, 15 or more, or receptive anal sex, and smoking. If a current smoker there is a four-fold increase in risk through independent or other behavioral risk factors such as sexual activities. Recessive anal sex increases the indication sevenfold. Among the female control group study, 21.5% had reported practicing anal sex, a significant increase more as previous case control studies by anthropologist Janet Darling and her colleagues published in 1987, in which 11% of female controls have reported even having anal sex. This and other studies also indicate that gay and bisexual sex among men is on the rise, which may account for the increase in anal cancer. The sharpest increase was among African American. So you simple ass niggas, you dumb, stupid, simple ass niggas are doing this madness, man. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas, man? That's why it's such a high risk, or what these niggas call it, down low. Okay, the niggas on the down low. Alright? How these niggas up get these this type of madness, alright, watching, which they going crazy in porn now. These niggas, that's all they do now. That vibration's getting pushed out. What else? In movies, alright. These niggas go to prison. They do that shit, alright. So it says the sharpest increase was among African American men, who indicated incidence of anal cancer has more than doubled in the past 3 decades. Black men also had a lower survival rate from the disease, and that's good. That's the Most High destroying your wicked ass. The study report that 5-year survival rate for black men with early stages of disease was 62%, as compared to 79% for white men who locates cancer. However, the survival also report that black men were more likely than white men to report having had intercourse with another male in the last year. Regarding all the increase, whether or not sexual practice have changed, Ellen concluded, it also could be that people are just more likely to discuss their sexual behavior these days. Physical damage. It says physical damage to the rectum and the anus can manifest as generalized anorectal trauma, anal feces, not feces, anal fissures, rectal prolapse, and excruciating hemorrhoids. It's like, damn. So you can get motherfucking hemorrhoids, butt cancer, all types of madness, man. Higher risks of getting diseases. This is pure madness, man. So this nigga he's a demon, okay? He's a demon. This is acquainted lubrication and preparation reduce the risk of physical trauma. So you can get trauma, and that happens to people, man. They get traumatized, especially you dumb, stupid, wicked ass women, man. Oh, me and my boyfriend, we gonna try this. You know, I heard, and that's what they do. They get these simple ass women, alright, and they be so damn simple. Oh, well, we're just gonna try it. My boyfriend said he doesn't love me if I don't try it. So they stupid ass try it, and then they get traumatized, man. They suffer the risk of physical trauma, alright? Your body does, while the risks increase with the use of alcohol and other drugs that dulls sensitivity, alright? Because it was a video a brother put up, which I think it got taken down, but that these people, and this is big amongst the young people, what they'll do, they'll take a tampon and soak it in vodka, and they think, well, if I don't drink, you know, it won't show up, you know, drink the vodka like through your mouth like you're supposed to, that the cops or people won't perceive that I'm drunk. Alright? So what they'll do, they'll soak a tampon, or they'll they'll put a funnel up their ass, and then they'll have somebody pour the alcohol or put the alcohol soaked tampon in their ass, and they'll absorb it through their ass. Alright? But they have a higher risk of getting, one, infections, two, you know, tearing or trauma, physical trauma, or they can end up dying from alcohol poisoning because their body is not set up to receive anything up that area. Okay, it's set up for stuff to come out. Okay, not to go in. Okay, and if you drink, alright, the reason why you drink through your mouth, which I don't even know why I have to explain this, but when you drink through your mouth, alright, when your body gets to a certain point, it will trigger, alright, trigger something that will give you the effect of that, okay, I had enough, alright, where you would be considered intoxicated, okay, or drunk, or liberated, okay. But if you putting it up an area that doesn't give you that signal that, okay, I had enough, alright, you liable to get alcohol poisoning and die. Or you can end up getting stuck in there, and you have to go to the hospital and you have to explain all this, man. Which this is trauma, man. People are retarded. It says loss of bowel control is not a highly light result of anal sex, but may be caused by repeated injury or the inserting of large objects. Alright, so you can end up losing control of your bowel movements. Alright, So you'll have to wear a diaper, man. Alright? And people wear diapers that practice this because they shit on themselves.